Hey everyone, I'm Basic Nerf, and today we're checking out the Vertical Grip by Dorm Labs. Alright, so Dorm Labs also graciously sent me this vertical grip for me to test out and give a review on, so I'm here to do that today for everyone. Alright, so right now Nerf only has two official vertical grips. The first one was the one that came with the Stampede. Had a bipod, had legs that collapsed into the handle. And they also had the grip that comes with the Retaliator. Now again, this is 3D printed by fans, and as such it works a little bit different than the normal grips that Nerf has made. Alright, so the grip is a little bit on the simple side. Just going over the aesthetics, my first impressions of it were that it looks good. Everything, all the printing seemed on point. You know, I don't really see any fraying coming from it. The only thing that looks a little bit rough is the bottom here, but that's fine, you know. The handle is a little bit chubbier in the middle, which I think is good. It's nicely designed because it allows you to hold it in your fist in the palm, where there's, you know, a little bit of a indentation and space there on your palm. It's got an empty space back here. At first I didn't know what that was, but after talking with Dorm Labs, they told me that part of it is for the design, for the grip to fold into itself. And it's also easier just to, you know, give space here instead of being so precise with this triangle part folding back into this. So I can definitely understand that. Also, another good thing that if you want to do like a fist grip, you could do that here if you want to. The space provides it. Another neat feature that I just showed off is that it folds into itself. So for some reason you don't need to use it during a Nerf game, but you don't have the time to go back to base and, you know, unscrew it and take it off. Simply just hold down on the button, and then this little notch here will come up. You hold down on the button now, and you push up, and it folds into itself. It gives a nice little click when it hits to let you know that it's fully up, and the same thing goes for when you want to pull it back down. Just hold down on the button, pull it down, and it'll give a nice snap when it hits all the way, just to let you know that it's fully extended. So I think that's a nice feature for this grip, just to let you know when it's all the way out or all the way in. Alright, so attaching it to blasters. Any area that has a tack rail will suffice. You don't actually need the Nerf's tack rail to use it. You don't need the orange part to be here. You simply just find grooves and slots. Like for example, you can see in the Retaliator barrel. It's got a groove here, got a groove here, and got a groove here. So if you unscrew this, and in my opinion it takes about 20 turns for each screw, then you can stick it pretty much anywhere, wherever there's a groove on the blaster. I would suggest being very careful with this part and the screws, just because it's on the smaller side, so you know, if you ever lost it, it'd be a little bit more difficult to find. So to install it, you simply find your area that you want to attach it to. I'm going to stick mine here, and you line up the screws with the holes on the other side and squeeze it in. You don't have to squeeze it in, it helps speed up installation though. And it's installed, voila! Now I have to warn you that depending on the area where it's at, it might not fold as well. Point being here, as you can see, it's got the bulky area here in the Retaliator barrel. If I try to fold it in, it won't go all the way. So you can see there's a small bit of space where it's not all the way up. Even though it still locks and even though it still operates fine on the Strife, in which I'm using it here. Just be worried a bit for blasters and where exactly you attach them to. Okay, so my game tested experiences with this vertical grip is that it works really great. When I first used it, I was using it on my Rapid Strike. When the game got started walking down the hall, my hand went on the grip. As such, I was able to get behind the blaster very well. I was aiming down the sights. If Nerf blasters were a realistic firearm, since I feel like I'm so behind the blaster, I'd be able to absorb a lot of the recoil from the bullets. But in this case, there's no recoil for Nerf. at least with the blasters I use. So you don't really get to appreciate or use that feature of the blaster being more stable, you know, preventing recoil. However, a great feature with the grip is that it allows for quicker horizontal movement left to right. It's a little hard to explain it, but depending on the blaster you're using and where the grip is located, because you know, different people might want the grip in different places. To me, it just feels easier with the grip that you'll be able to, you know, swing it left to right, at least in my experiences. I think it's because I'm having to only focus on something I can just hold and grab, you know, basically the area the size of my hand, versus trying to grip a whole barrel or a whole bottom of the blaster and then having to move that left and right. That's the more quote-unquote scientific reason that I can think of for this. Got you! Got you! Now, a double-edged sword with a vertical grip and the whole, you know, getting behind the blaster. Again, this is not a knock on the product. The product's of good quality and it works well. But from my experiences when I was behind my Rapid Strike and I was able to get behind this blaster, I got a little bit of tunnel vision, and where that's in fact, you know, your vision narrows and you tend to focus on one thing or a smaller area of sight versus your normal vision where you can see more. And of course, if you're playing Nerf, people can sneak up on the side or behind you, you know, because you're more tuned in to things in front of you. Same team. Oh! One on you, Daniel. Two on you, three on you. Daniel, you're out. All right, everyone, we're going to get into the final part of this review, and that's going to be two things: quality and the price. I briefly touched on quality earlier in this review, but you know, just going over it again, it is a quality piece of work. You know, only defects or iffy parts I see are at the end of the handle here, where maybe the print was finished, but you know, that's very passable because everything else here is just, it looks good. You know, there's no fraying like I said earlier. There was no chip parts when they gave it to me. And it doesn't look like it's going to be breaking down anytime soon. Finally, we get to the price. Alright, so the price of this is $14.99, not including shipping. You know, it's really up to you at the end of the day if you feel like it's worth the price. For me personally, when I look at an item should be of decent to good quality to help justify the price. Also, I want to get a good amount of use out of it, because, you know, if you pay like something like $100 for something and you hardly ever use it, was it worth the money? So for $15, you know, if you're into grips and, you know, you can't get a hand on the Stampede grip or the Retaliator grip, and you want just something a little bit more stable, something that'll stay on your blaster, then I would recommend the vertical grip from Dorm Labs. So overall, I'm going to give the Tactical Foregrip from Dorm Labs an 8 out of 10. It's getting a high score due to its high quality print, its versatility, meaning it can be attached to the blaster in different places. It's a little bit of extra features. It can, you know, be folded in or out if you need it to. And it's added performance bonus, meaning I can scan horizontally faster with this on. Now, it's $15 cost. It's going to make me lower this by a bit because, again, for $15 you can get good amounts of stuff. You can get a solid amount of darts or even a blaster or two. It's not a must-use item. It's not something I make it a priority to use in a Nerf war. So I probably wouldn't buy this personally unless I had extra cash laying around. But again, different preferences, especially for tactical gear, there's different preferences for different people. So again, if you like the grips by Nerf and you want something that's a little bit more durable and something that'll stick onto your blaster more, then I recommend the vertical grip by Dorm Labs. Alright everyone, I'm Basic Nerf. Thanks for watching my video. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't agree with something on the review, you know, feel free to tell me, and, you know, we can talk about it on the comment section. You know, if you want to share your experiences, maybe you got your own vertical grip from Dorm Labs, go ahead and share your experiences here too as well if you want. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.